where we do more than just report the action. We take apart the timeline and connect the unseen dots and show what's really going on. The truth behind reality TV. If you believe that, you know what's going on in Flagstaff. We need to take a break because looking at today isn't just a story. It is a full-scale media war that changes what we thought we knew about the power relations of the Brown family. We are talking about the nuclear choice of press relations we have received, insider tips, and are analyzing swirling theories regarding what might be the single most severe blow to Kody Brown's ego in the history of sister wives. We are calling this the magazine cover war. Let's get right into the assumption that has the internet absolutely shaking. Imagine walking past a newsstand or looking through your feed and seeing it, the picture that breaks the internet. We are hearing whispers of a huge exclusive cover story from a big publication. Think along the lines of People or US Weekly. And the subject is none other than Janelle Brown. But this isn't the Janelle we saw sitting on a lawn chair in Flagstaff being beard about loyalty. This is a changed woman. The headline that is supposedly being mocked up and prepared for print is simple, heartbreaking, and 3 words that Kody Brown never wanted to see next to her name. Janelle, finally free and loved. The idea here is that this isn't just a fluff piece, it is a declaration of independence. Insiders are suggesting that the picture shoot for this cover is unlike anything we have ever seen from the Brown family. Think about the pictures we are used to. For over a decade, we have seen Janelle dressed in ways that reduced her, often wearing heavy layers, dull colors, and looking stressed while Kody pretended for the cameras. But the word on the street is that this cover shows a Janelle who is bright, glowing, and looking straight into the lens with a confidence that screams main character energy. We are talking about a total picture rebranding. Now here is where the story gets dark and where our exclusive idea comes into play. You have to ask yourself, how does Kody Brown discover out about this? He doesn't find out when the magazine hits the shelves. He finds out when his own phone stops ringing. We are piecing together reports that say Kody and Robyn frantically tried to intercept this social moment. The story we are tracking is that Kody, sensing his importance slipping away as the OG3 move on, reportedly contacted the editors of this very same magazine. The idea is that Kody and Robyn tried to pitch a counterstory. They wanted the cover. They wanted the lead, the truth behind the betrayal. Or Kody and Robyn standing alone. They likely offered exclusive photos of the tenders, walks of the McMansion, maybe even a tearful admission from Robyn about how misunderstood she is. But here is the twist that turns this into a Greek tragedy for Kody. The magazine rejected them. Let that sink in. For 18 seasons, Kody thought he was the sun around which these women orbited. He thought he was the star. But when he called the authors of this magazine story, the alleged answer was a polite but firm no. They didn't want the villain. They didn't want the story of the angry father and the favorite wife. The market has changed. The crowd, you, me, the millions of people watching. We don't want to hear Kody justify his rage anymore. We want the freedom story. And this rejection is the spark that lit the fire for the war we are witnessing now. We have to analyze why this specific rejection hurts so much. It is not just about money, although we know the loss of the family pot is killing them. It is about control. Kody has always controlled the narrative. He controlled who sat where, who moved where, and who got the affection. But a big magazine cover? That is global proof. If Janelle gets that cover, the world is validating her exit. They are confirming her new life. And by ignoring Kody, the media system is telling him that he is no longer the asset, he is the liability. Let's go deeper into the smear attempt angle. We are hearing that Kody's response to getting rejected wasn't sadness, it was pure, unadulterated rage. The word treason is being thrown around in his inner group. Our sources say that Kody is already spinning a story to anyone who will listen that Janelle paid for this cover. He is supposedly claiming that this isn't real news but a pay-to-play hit piece meant to ruin his reputation. This is a perfect projection. We have seen Kody do this before, whenever he loses control of a wife he accuses her of ruining the well, but this is on a national size. He is allegedly scared that Janelle is going to reveal financial secrets, information about the property split, or the truth about what really goes on inside Robyn's house. But here's the magic of Janelle's strategy. If these stories hold water, she doesn't need to pay for a cover. Her story is the most valuable asset in reality TV right now. The glow-up is real. The weight loss, the business projects, the travel. She is living the life Kody told her she couldn't have without him. And the title, Finally Free and Loved, says that she wasn't loved before. That is the knife. Kody spent years saying he never loved Christine, trying to change history. Now if Janelle comes out and says, I am finally loved, she is proving that what she had with Kody was a hollow shell. She is confirming the carelessness without even having to say his name. And thinking of names, let's look at the missed protagonist in this idea. While Kody is raging and Robyn is possibly crying about how the family is being torn apart by the media, there is another player in this game, Christine. You cannot tell me that Christine isn't engaged in this cover. We know they are a package deal. Now, the ultimate power move would be if Christine was the one who styled Janelle. Imagine the picture of Christine, the woman Kody tried to break, standing behind the scenes, changing Janelle's hair, adjusting the lighting, and cheering her on. It strengthens the alliance that Kody hates. It shows that the sisterhood survived the marriage. If Christine is named in the titles of this magazine as a stylist or creative advisor, it is the ultimate troll move against Kody. It says, we don't need you. We look better without you. We are better without you. So, we have the setup. Janelle is about to be honored as a superstar. Survivor. The magazine has shut the door in Kody and Robyn's face. The storyline of the victim husband has been officially scrapped by the press. And now we are waiting for the fallout. Because Kody Brown does not go down quietly. If he can't be on the cover, he will try to burn the magazine stand down. We are expecting a retaliation plan that will backfire so brilliantly it will become the stuff of legend. But before we get to Kody's disastrous answer, we need to talk about the text of this alleged interview, because what Janelle says, and more importantly what she doesn't say, is going to change everything. We are diving into the rubble of the magazine cover war. And if you thought Kody's rejection was the end, you are mistaken. That was just the beginning. While Janelle is supposedly popping champagne with editors at a big publication, we need to turn our attention to the counterstrike, which we are calling Robyn's PR disaster. According to the chatter spreading in the deepest corners of the reality TV verified sites, Robyn Brown did not take the magazine's refusal lying down. When the big-name glossy magazine said no to the Kody and Robyn pity party, the idea is that Robyn went rogue. She allegedly reached out to a much smaller, lower-tier newspaper, the kind of newspaper you see at the checkout line that generally talks about alien abductions or star weight gain. She wanted a stage, any base, to control the damage before Janelle's story hit the stands. The headline Robyn reportedly pushed for was something along the lines of the sadness of abandonment, how the family walked away. She wanted to paint herself as the steadfast, loving wife who is picking up the pieces of a broken man. But here's where the performance failed spectacularly. In the digital age, you cannot manipulate the story when the public has receipts. The conversation, which insiders say was rushed to print, has turned into a laughingstock before the ink is even dry. Let's analyze why this failed. Robyn's entire brand has been built on being the victim, the confusion, the crying. But the crowd has 18 seasons of footage proving otherwise. When this tabloid piece leaked, and yes, bits have leaked, it wasn't met with pity, it was met with jokes. The photos accompanying Robyn's talk were allegedly taken inside the Flagstaff mansion, meant to look somber and domestic. Instead, internet sleuths zoomed in on the background. They spotted the clutter, the cases, the excess, visual proof of the spending that Kody accuses the other wives of doing. The visual storytelling failed her. She wanted to look like a victim, but she looked like a hoarder sitting on a kingdom of debt, while Janelle looked like a free woman on a mountaintop. And it gets worse for Team Kody. Buried in the talk about Janelle's upcoming cover is a feature that changes the romantic scenery of the show. We are watching a quote that is sending shock waves through the fandom. It is a small sidebar in Janelle's huge feature, a quote credited to a new partner. Now, whether this is a real boyfriend or a casual friend, the words chosen are lethal tools against Kody's ego. The quote reads, I love Janelle not for her past or what she can do for me, but for her present. I love her for the woman she is right now. Do you understand the weight of that sentence? Not for what she can do for me. That is a straight shot at the commercial nature of Kody Brown's love. Kody loved the wives when they were useful, when they were growing kids, adding to the pot, or stroking his ego. This new man is saying, Janelle has value just by living. This quote destroys Kody's story that he is the prize and that no other man would want a woman with baggage. It turns out Kody was the stuff. Janelle dropped the stuff and now she is being appreciated. But the real nuclear blast, the detail that makes this the smoking gun of our research, isn't what Janelle said. It is what she didn't say. We have run a test content study on the leaked transcripts of Janelle's talk, and the results are stunning. In a 6-page spread about her life, her past, and her future, Janelle allegedly did not say Kody's name, not once, zero, zilch. This is the masterstroke. If she had bashed him, Kody could play the victim. He could make a film saying, look how bitter she is. She can't stop talking about me. He thrives on strife. He feeds on the idea that he is the evil because it means he is still the main character. But indifference is the opposite of love, and it is the greatest insult to a snob by erasing him from her story. Janelle is basically saying that Kody Brown is unimportant to her success. He is a footnote in a history book that she has already finished reading. Think about the psychological effect on Kody. He thinks he made these women famous. He thinks he is the son for Janelle to stand on a national stage and talk about her job, her weight loss, her kids, and her happiness without acknowledging his life. That is a spiritual deletion. It is the biggest blow to his ego possible. We are hearing reports that when Kody learned his name was missing from the advanced copy, he didn't just get mad, he went into a state of shock. He couldn't understand a version of reality where a wife lives independently of him. This leads us to the dark end of this segment. Kody cannot handle the silence. He cannot handle the apathy. And because Janelle didn't give him the fight he wanted in the magazine, he is going to try to create a fight on his own stage. This brings us to the rage video. We are getting intel that Kody is currently shooting a response, a raw, unfiltered speech that he plans to release on social media or Patreon. But here is the catch. His aides, if he has any left, are asking him not to post it. They know it will destroy what is left of his image. But Kody is a wild cannon. He is feeling cornered, hated by the public, and removed by his ex-wives. He is about to break the fourth wall in a way that might get the show canceled, or at the very least, turn the full fan base against him forever. What is in this video? We suspect he is going to call for a boycott of the magazine. He is going to accuse the media of a plot, and he is going to try to weaponize the children again. But as we will see in the closing part of our deep dive, this rage video is the end. Nail in the grave. It is the moment the audience stops watching out of curiosity and starts watching out of pure judgment. The fallout is coming and it is going to be messy. We are about to watch the self-destruction of a reality TV leader in real time. We are now coming at the catastrophic conclusion of the magazine cover war. And what we are watching is the absolute collapse of Kody Brown's public image. If Janelle's silence in the clip was the smoking gun, Kody's response is the self-inflicted wound that he will likely never recover from. According to our tracking of the internet footprint surrounding the family, the rage video we predicted has supposedly dropped, and it is every bit the PR death mission we feared it would be. Reports say that Kody, ignoring the advice of any surviving publicists or legal advice, took to a private medium to release a 6-minute manifesto. This wasn't the clean, lighting, adjusted conversation we see on the show. This was raw handheld footage, possibly shot in a car or a darkened room of the McMansion. The style alone yells desperation, but the content? It is a goldmine for behavior experts. Instead of thanking the mother of his children on her success, Kody allegedly started a tirade calling for a total boycott of the paper. He doubled down on the smear campaign storyline using buzzwords, disloyalty, and abuse. He charged the editors of having an plot against patriarchs. He accused Janelle of selling her soul for 15 minutes of fame. But here's where the reality check hit him like a freight train. Kody expected his loyal fan group, the few that remain, to rally behind him. He expected a hashtag effort. He expected the magazine to issue an apology. Instead, the internet did what the internet does best. They laughed. Within hours of the video spreading, Kody's fan count across associated social media sites didn't just stagnate, it fell. We are seeing a mass exodus of the last living watchers who were holding out hope for a redemption arc. By attacking Janelle during her moment of success, Kody cemented his position as the villain. He proved every single point Janelle made by simply looking happy without him. Let's look at the numbers, because in the sphere of media, numbers are the only truth that counts. We ran a flash poll exclusively for our group, and the results parallel what we are seeing across the board. The question was simple: who won the magazine cover war? The results are not just a majority. They are a massacre. 98% of answers sided with Janelle. Only 2% sided with Kody and Robyn. And half of those comments look to be ironic. This isn't just a loss. It is an eviction notice from the court of public opinion. This brings us to the most delicious part of this idea: Robyn's response to the fallout. Remember, Robyn's biggest fear is being disliked. She needs to be seen as the kindly peacemaker. But Kody's rage video has dragged her down with him by standing by him while he attacks a woman who is finally growing. Robyn is now involved in the toxicity. The comment part of her alleged tabloid interview is flooded with shots of Janelle's cover. The crowd is tagging Robyn in posts about Janelle's weight loss and new boyfriend. The jealousy inside the Shiro Chateau must be palpable. We have to assume that this is causing a crack in the Kody-Robyn alliance. How long can Robyn play the beautiful wife when her husband is actively killing their brand? How long before she realizes that the only way to save her own image is to separate herself from the man she fought so hard to monopolize? The effects of this magazine cover war spread far beyond a single news cycle. This marks a shift in the power balance of the entire sister wives program. For years, Kody held the purse strings and the contracts. He was the son, but Janelle's picture proves that the wives are now more valuable apart from him than they ever were with him. Janelle is now a celebrity. She is marketable. She is ambitious. She is the hero of the story. Kody is becoming a legacy figure, a relic of a past age that no one wants to revisit. So, as we wrap up this deep dive, we are left with the burning questions that will shape the next season of drama. Can Kody Brown handle the fact that Janelle is winning? Is his ego fragile enough to break completely? Or will he lash out even harder, perhaps legally? Questioning Janelle's right to speak? And the biggest question of all, is Robyn's anger destroying their connection from the inside out? If Janelle is finally free and loved, does that leave Robyn stuck and resentful? We want to hear from you. The idea is laid out. The proof is on the table. Is Kody's rage deserved? Or is he just a man who learned too late that he threw away a diamond while chasing cubic zirconia? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do not forget to like this video if you are Team Janelle and hit that subscribe button because we are already tracking a new lead on a possible spin-off show that excludes Kody entirely. You do not want to miss what we find next. Until then, keep your eyes on the news because the war is far from over.